What's up, everybody? How's it going? Did you guys hear about Kyle Busch, man? Died at like 41 or 42 years old for some mysterious illness. So I made a car. It's not necessarily like his because I couldn't get all the interstate stuff, but I tried to get as close to it as I could in honor of him. Not everybody liked him, but you know what I mean? But he's one hell of a race car driver. I know that. And he had a family and stuff. I feel bad for him. It's crazy that race and all them races, putting your life on the line all the time and stuff like that, and some kind of mysterious illness or sinus infection that turned into maybe something worse or whatever. I don't know. They're not saying exactly what happened yet. I know after the race at Watkins Glen, he had to get like some kind of shot for a sinus infection or something like that, but then he was supposed to go into the doctor or something or was hospitalized, and next thing you know, dead at 41. So who knows? I hate to see it though. He had kids, you know what I mean? That's what sucks about it. But anyways, let's start the stream. Race a little bit. Figured I'd race earlier, stream earlier. Might might get a few more views if I don't wait till midnight to stream every time. Alright, let's find a lobby to get in. Let's see. What's up, guys?
What the hell's going on?
Oh, nothing. Doing a little stream, doing a little racing. Did you guys hear about Kyle Busch?
Yeah, man.
That's
We POD.
Are y'all? I actually made one just for just because of it. It's I tried making something similar to Interstate, but I couldn't find nothing like that. But I tried getting as close as I could to it. You know, he was a I ain't gonna say he was everybody's favorite driver, but he could race. He could drive a race car. You got to give him that. You know what I feel bad about is he's got a family, and you know, regardless of how he acted on the track, he seemed to be a good husband, and you know, cared about his kids. And you hate. I mean, you know what? The weirdest thing, I was telling my brother about this because he's a big Carl Larson fan, and we were talking about racing and stuff. You know, because he was like, "Did you hear about it?" And I'm like, "No." So I had, because he was at work, so I had to look it up for him. And you know what's crazy is these guys put their life on the line driving at these high speeds. You know, and he dies of some mysterious illness caused from a sinus infection or something, from what they're saying. Well, I know after Watkins Glen, I watched the Watkins Glen race, and they said that he needed the doctor to come give him a shot because he'd been dealing with sinus infection. And then after last week's race, he was hospitalized maybe for dehydration and stuff like that. But you know, like them sinus infections and stuff, they can cause you to get like meningitis and stuff like that. So who knows? There's no telling. You'll probably find out about it in a couple weeks or so. Never know with stuff like that. You guys don't mind me streaming, do you? I like to ask before I race with people that way. Huh?
Oh, still got one more to go for you? Long race.
Oh, you're doing the 8 laps. Nice. All right, Watkins Glen. Good luck, guys. I have to start my own lobby.
Be ready now. Go, go, go. One up high. Clear high if you want it. Now. Time now.
Hell, that sucked getting wrecked.
One more driver, let's go. Top 5, great job.
Excuse me. What's up, people?
What's up?
Nothing, just
Hey,
doing
go pee real quick.
doing a little stream, just trying to get some people in the lobby, decent racers. Every lobby I've been in, people just wrecking the hell out of you. Don't want to get in line, want to race 3 wide on the first lap, you know. Plus, I like racing a few different tracks here and there.
Well, I'm old man. I know we're friends on here. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember, when did we race together?
Which one are you? I'll tell you.
I'm Landon.
The night before last. But I like racing all kind of tracks. I like Talladega, but I like racing all kind of tracks too. So I guess winner gets to decide what track we race next. If you guys want to do that,
I'm down with that.
I'm racing a new setup, so if it gets a little squirrely when you're behind me, I might just let y'all go around me.
One inside. Clear inside.
Come on around me. Let me know when I'm clear of the last guy on the inside, please.
The guy behind me is Ghost, so I can't get a. Oh, fuck. Iris. Sorry, man, you're a ghost. God damn it. I'm one of the fucking worst motherfuckers here. Sorry, guys. I didn't know what to do. There was like 3 people ghost around me, and
Yeah, I was watching.
I hit the wrong one.
Outside door. Clear high.
I didn't know what to do. I apologize. Iris, I think I fucking spun you out.
You're good, right into
Let me push you. I'm better at pushing. Number 8.
Clear inside.
I think you're gonna see a lot of number 8s in here.
Right, Miss Mount Pasty or whatever.
Okay.
I went with the old, yeah.
Number 8?
That's why I'm running the old 18. I tried to get it as close as I could to the interstate car, but they just don't have the same kind of decals and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, you know what? I thought about trying to make it custom too. I thought it would be like, do it more justice. But like, then I was like, you know what, man? Like, I don't want to botch it.
That was me. I just made something close as I thought I could get it. They still don't really know what he passed away from, or I hadn't heard. I'm thinking pneumonia. He had like a bad sinus infection. Or strep. You know, sometimes that stuff can turn into meningitis and stuff. You never know. I know after. Well,
his family posted about him today, like 7 hours before, and then passes away 6 hours later. Like, what the hell?
well, like after Watkins Glen, I don't know if y'all was watching after the pre-race. He had to get a shot because he was feeling horrible from sinus infection. Well, then after I guess the last race, he went into the hospital to get fluids and stuff because he just wasn't shaking whatever was on him. And I guess he got hospitalized yesterday or something and was dead today.
Yesterday or today, yeah.
You know what's crazy is I was telling the guy this in a race a minute ago. You know, some people die of the freakiest things. It's like these guys race and put their life on the line 100, 200 mile an hour. And something so simple. Right.
Pneumonia.
You know, like,
You'd think putting your life in danger every single week in, week out, he'd die of similar to Dale Earnhardt,
right.
or a correlated event,
But like, you know, like Steve Irwin. swam with crocodiles for 20 years and a freak accident with a damn stingray done him in.
Yeah.
It's weird how that stuff happens.
Did y'all hear about the cases of Ebola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, you know, they just got closed on. They ain't said what it was.
And the hantavirus. Between Ebola and the hantavirus, man, fuck.
18 people entered the United States, and I think some of them were out west.
I thought they diverted them out of Detroit into Canada, or as more people entered since.
I know they were gonna
There were people on the boat when it first broke out that went home. The people that went home before they realized
Right.
what was happening.
Right.
Quarantine those to figure out. And then those that were still on the boat got quarantined to the boat. Some of them were I'm from Omaha, some of them were in Omaha. These people coming here with don't have the
Right.
They put all the contaminated people in Nebraska because there's like 8 people in all of Nebraska, so it's pretty hard to spread germs between people there.
Well, it's actually one, but I mean, like what he's saying, it's one of the best, almost research centers for like, because there's no cure for that hantavirus. It's like so. If you put it in perspective to COVID's efficacy, which means, you know, the percentage of people die who get it was 1%. This hantavirus 40, and they have no cure. So which means 4 out of every 10 people that contract it will die.
Well, like, COVID's always been around. Hanta's always been around. It's just a certain strain that
Right. It's this. Well, fun fact. This.
viruses aren't made to kill their patient. It's actually how a virus dies out.
Right.
Their infection makes it sick and go and infect somebody
Dormant.
else.
Right. But with this particular strain, both times that there's been people dying, both of them have come from this Argentina region for that hantavirus. Yep.
Where the Andes region of yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's like I don't know.
Who knows, man. I'm ready for the next government shutdown.
Definitely gonna have Ebola. I think the American doctors in Portugal right now contracted that.
Yeah, I was gonna say they doubt Kyle Busch had that. It's probably honestly he probably had an underlying condition. Hopefully they tell us.
I'm assuming it was pneumonia, just like the sinus infection.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, pneumonia still shouldn't kill a 41-year-old man.
Oh yeah, pneumonia's bad.
I know pneumonia is bad, but like people knew that he was sick 10 days ago. So I feel like they would have known he had pneumonia. It shouldn't have progressed.
Yeah, but you know how them racers are. You're not gonna get him out of that race car. I watched Tony Stewart literally shit his pants in a race at Watkins Glen because he had the fastest car and he knew he could win. And they're like, "Do you need somebody to replace you?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I'm good now." And then he went on and won the race by like 4 seconds. And they were like, "Can we interview you?" He's like, "No, I got to go take a shower." And
like Tyler Reddick was popping Tums and
yeah,
ibuprofen.
I suppose you're right, and like men in general are notorious for not going to the fucking doctor when they're supposed to.
Well, I mean,
sweeping things under the rug, but
you're one bad.
Also, pneumonia's not something to fuck around.
No.
I'm assuming like
And
not taking it too seriously.
well, and you know, NASCAR's so competitive. You're one stretch of 5 or 6 bad races, or
already in a bad state.
right, you're an accident away from like somebody replacing you. So like, you know, he's fighting for his career. I mean, even though he was on the downside of it, you know. Plus, he's just Kyle Busch. Like, he's a racer. You put him, he'll race anything. He's like Kyle Larson. Oh, there's a race? Okay, I'm in it.
Kyle died for Kurt. Like, Kurt is a crazy motherfucker. Somebody was like, oh, Kurt that day. You're like, it's sad, but it makes sense. Kyle, on the other hand, I'm like, fuck, you know,
I feel bad for his kids, dude. Like,
Well, you know, and that's what's the worst part about it. You know, whether you liked him on the track, I didn't dislike him. I thought Kyle Busch was one of them guys like, okay, you give him a good car and you're going to have to beat him. He,
my thing is, like, I thought he was a good racer. I respected him as a driver.
it was the shit.
How, like, he was like scripted corny, like WWE corny type. Like, obviously, like.
I think that's something he realized is like when everybody else in NASCAR retired, that was like the big name. Like Tony Stewart was a hot mess. Jeff Gordon was a hot mess. Like Kyle Edwards, Matt Kenseth were a little bit of a hot mess. Like the new drivers are pretty like low key.
Oh, yeah.
Not fighting as much. They're pretty quiet. They keep to themselves. They're all PR. And I think Denny and Kyle are two people who realize it's like he's the villain in the sport.
Right, because there is no villains. They're all buddies.
Yeah.
You know, like, Hocevar is the closest one to a villain. You know, but
I don't know, man. Like,
I do feel bad for his family because here's the thing.
yeah.
If you watched him off the track with his wife and his kids, he was a completely different person, you know what I mean? And he loved his kids, and it's like, you know, it was just,
With Braxton, like,
right, well, I mean, it's just like, you know, you want to see somebody like that that's had such a great career, you know, whether you liked him or hated him, he's one of the best race car drivers there's ever been. I mean, he broke the record for the most wins in the Xfinity Series. He's won championships. Like, when he was dominant, he was dominant. And he was doing it at 18 years old when they didn't even want 18-year-olds to race. They literally made a law to where when he was 18 years old, because he won so many races, because he was in such good equipment, that some of them older guys were pissed that this 18-year-old was coming out there and showing them up, that they made it a rule to where you cannot race in the Winston Cup or the NASCAR Series now until you're 18 years old. That's the Kyle Busch rule. And they made it because some of them older guys were like, you know, hey, this kid can't just come in here and kick our ass because he's in better equipment. And what they didn't realize is kid could actually drive a race car.
as a competitor, I guess, I don't know, as my opponent, not my opponent, but my favorite driver's opponent, right? Like, I don't know. When I was 18, my dad was 44. Kyle Busch was 41. That's insane.
Well, I'm 47.
Very, very
Right.
compared.
Yeah. I'm 47, fixing to be 48, and my brother has
Well, I'm 30 now.
two young kids that, you know, the one's autistic, which he's a beautiful little rascal, and the other one's, you know, one's 4, and then the other one's Kaya. She's 2, I think, fixing to be 3. But then he's got, you know, 2 adult kids and a stepdaughter, and I couldn't imagine, you know, like, having to be, you know, could you imagine Kurt Busch right now? He's like, okay, I'm going to have to take care of his kids and stuff, you know, and provide for them, you know, because, I mean, his family's going to be set for money, and, you know, Rick Hendricks and everybody that he's raced for, they'll look out for him because it was a, you know, freak death, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think NASCAR is a decent community, and I think everybody's going to look out and make sure they're all right and taken care of. And I think he was smart enough and made enough money that regardless if anything ever happened to him, that he had it set up for his...
Charlotte? Nope.
Ooh, Watkins Glen, hell yeah, I got a setup for this one. Yeah, they are racing at Charlotte.
Cup race?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's going to be special, hopefully.
I wonder who's going to replace him. Who are they
I
going
don't
to...
think they'll have a replacement. How can you replace him in the very first race? Like, I don't think you run a replacement.
They did it with Dale Earnhardt Sr. The very next race, Kevin Harvick went out and raced and won the first race.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
I may be mistaken, but I know the first the first race he raced after Dale Earnhardt Sr. died, he won, and when he ran around the track, he was holding up number 3, and I'm telling you, there was 100,000 people in the stands crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't, you know, because I was just getting into racing then, and I'm just
getting into racing now. You know,
I was a Tony Stewart.
I watched a documentary.
I was always a Tony Stewart fan because I was like, he can drive anything, and I liked him because I watched him wreck Jeff Gordon because Jeff Gordon dumped him with 2 laps to go after Tony Stewart led like 400 laps at Bristol. Gordon couldn't beat him, so he dumped him. So Stewart drove right out the pits and T-boned him, and I was like, okay, that's my guy. Then I watched him. He could race. He could race anywhere.
Yeah. I picked Carson late last year, I think. And it solidified earlier this
Wow.
year when he did that podcast with Dale
Mhm.
on the Dale Jr. Down. Oh my God, I hit the fucking track on the outside coming out of that.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Mm.
Watkins Glen is my favorite road course, but I suck at all road courses. I'll say that.
I just had to get clear of all that traffic to where I could actually race. I need to tweak my setup on this just a little bit more. It's just needed to be a little bit more free on the curve, and this car will be flying.
White flag right here. Don't exceed track limits. Stay disciplined.
Oh, damn it. Of course, the last lap I
Limit violations today.
cut that grass.
Top 5, great job.
I'll take a 3rd place at that piece of shit track.
Whoever the leader was, he ran a 114. God dang.
I was running decent laps until I hit the damn Like I was slow. I wasn't gaining on him a lot, but I was gaining on the leader until that last S curve.
I feel like my last lap was probably one of my best laps, and I think I ran at 118.
Oh, I don't even know how to set up for this one. Do I want to go loose? Uh. Okay, 7 laps. This is kind of like a Pocono / Martinsville kind of vibe.
Yeah. I would give it like Darlington.
I'm sure we're going to talk for the news. Kyle Busch. KFC. Howdy.
R.I.P.
Man, I have to say.
What's up, buddy? How's everything going today?
Get up till about 6 o'clock when Marty Smith working on Sports Center.
Okay.
There's the green flag. Car outside.
I think they put this one in the handbook for being a race fan.
Car low.
Oh, wow.
Now. 3 wide.
Damn, Brisley.
Clear all around.
You were going for it, weren't you, bro? What the heck?
Are y'all running a custom setup?
Yes, sir.
Clear low if you
I
want.
got a custom.
I was running 25% tight. This looks pretty good. Just like I don't have a lot of wheel strap and stuff.
Car low.
I'm running mine at 25% loose. I don't know if I like it yet.
Clear low.
Well, I'm also a controller.
Me
and I
too.
look like a dress. And I haven't played the dress. I'm gonna look at it, so.
Uh-oh. Put some Windex on that thing, young buck. You got this.
I don't know what I was thinking of breaking. I was trying to put a screen on the center playing basketball. He said it's about 250 pounds, and he just did not care.
That's when you set that knee screen. Not with the wrists. Just throw that knee out there. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do him dirty like that.
I wanted to play clean, but
I guess he didn't want to be screened, did he?
no, and it ended up me on the floor and him walking over me.
Oh, he stood over you?
No, he was walking over me trying to go block the shot.
Oh, I was fixing to say, if he stood over you, you got to go grab a chair. Go Dusty Rhodes on him. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that sucks. How long you been in the cast?
About 8 weeks.
You'll be all right. How old are you?
13.
Oh, yeah, you'll heal faster than that.
Although it's the third time I've broke this wrist.
Ooh, you better be careful. By the time you're in your 30s, you're gonna have arthritis. You won't be able to hold a cup.
First time I broke playing baseball.
Yep.
Time I broke it in the yard.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you, buddy, is I'm fixing to be 48, and all those injuries you don't think will hurt you later on down the road, when you get up, they hurt. You're like, oh, why am I hurting there? Oh, well, maybe because of all the stuff you did in your past.
That's why the Marine Corps pays me for my injuries. They're not horrible right now, but
Well,
It will be in about
that's like me. I logged right when I came out of high school. You know what I mean? I had a job offer making about $37,000 a year to drive heavy equipment, and I was good at it. And you know, in 1996, with no college education right out of high school, that's a lot of money. You know, especially with no kids. You know, still living at your parents' house. That's a lot of money. So I dove over it, but nobody told me, hey, Wayne, after about 10 or 15 years of that tractor beating you up and down,
your hands are gonna give out.
your body's going to give out. Well, then, you know, I inherited this degenerative disc disease that runs in my family on my dad's side, and I inherited that, didn't know that. And so between the 15 years of logging and the good genes that were passed down,
Yeah.
literally, in my 40s, bud, I'm telling you, sometimes it's all I can do to get up and go and walk to the bathroom. But if they would have told me 15 years or 20 years, you know, or right before I started doing that kind of work, hey, you know, like, you know, in 15, 20 years, you're going to need a knee replacement, you know, bad
What
discs.
happened to Kyle, right?
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
Brain clot. Or blood clot.
Blood clot. Okay. Was it in his lungs or something?
When did that come out?
It was from his. Well, that's just what I've been hearing.
That's more than what most of us have heard, so there might be some truth to it.
From lobbies. I've been watching all the guys on YouTube and Twitter. And
Was it in his? Was it in his?
A brain aneurysm at 40.
Was it in? That's what I'm saying. Was it? Was it in his brain or was it in his lungs? Because he'd been sick.
it happened where he raced. He raced through that sinus issue he had at Watkins Glen.
Right.
And he raced through it at Dover. Dover's a high speed.
And the G forces and stuff.
G-forces
I read
the
so.
sinuses up and blocked it back and cut off
Circ.
something.
Okay, because I read something about the G force and all that and how it was causing him trouble after that race.
But that's what I've been hearing.
I'm pretty sure they'll talk about on ESPN tonight by 11 o'clock. Scott, that guy, the bald-headed guy.
Do an autopsy.
Well,
Smith will know.
the bald-headed guy that speaks on late night about 11 o'clock on Sports Center.
Van Pelt.
Yeah, he'll know something about it. It'll be all because it's
Probably be Marty and McGee that'll do all the research about it.
Marty Smith or whatever his name is. Yeah.
And Chris McGee or whatever the other guy is.
Well,
Morning before 5K Day comes up in the fall. Marty McGee every morning.
oh wow.
Used to be Packer and Durham, but they went off. They CPM at one day. Yeah. Stevie Nicks.
Oh, I don't know.
I see her talking. He's a phenomenal artist.
The fact that you're 15 and know who Stevie Nicks is just puts you way on up.
You say he's 13.
Yeah, exactly. If you like Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, you should listen to this song. It's literally it's Fleetwood.
Right, yeah.
Well, yeah, but this is they done a comeback tour where they went and toured later on down the road after they split up. There's a song called "I'm So Afraid" by Fleetwood Mac, right? Watch the live version.
Yeah.
It's called "I'm So Afraid." No, I'm telling you, kid, this song's gonna change your life. YouTube, "I'm So Afraid" by Fleetwood Mac, and it's got her singing vocals and Lindsey Buckingham, who is their lead guitarist. I'm telling you, it'll change your life, bro.
When I saw her in 2022, I think that's the song they played with the montage of the Ukraine war.
Well, I'm telling you right now, if you like a good guitar and you like the way she sings, go listen to that song called.
Hear her first.
Oh yeah, she's a phenomenal singer.
To be how old she is and still be as good as she is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, go listen to that song I'm telling you. It's called I'm So Afraid. It's about 5 minutes long, and it's live. They're live from Silver Springs, where they done all their they done like this big concert. Like, they done all their songs, all their old school songs. But it shows her and Lindsey Buckingham and the whole band back together, and it's got Lindsey Buckingham playing one hell of a guitar solo. I'm telling you, it's called I'm So Afraid. It'll change your life.
It was Christine McVie and her husband, Lindsey Buckingham, Mick Fleetwood,
Nice.
and Stevie.
Well, check that song out later on tonight. I'm telling you right now, even your dad's gonna be proud of you. He's gonna be like, "Where the hell did you hear about this song, son?" And you can say, "Some of my friends on the racing game."
Alright, I'm going to the Jimmy Brothers this fall for my birthday in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say both of your parents are like into rock and roll. Old like Southern rock.
Both of my parents are way older too, so.
But what I'm saying, like, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they're into like stuff like Queen,
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner, Southern, all that 70s, 80s rock. Okay. Let's see how good you are at your old school music, and this will tell me how much I'm gonna like you or not. What's your favorite? You ever heard of Prince?
Come on now.
What's your favorite Prince song?
Favorite Prince?
Favorite Prince song?
Oh God. I know what I say. You don't have to be rich.
That one?
Be my girl.
Oh, that's a good one.
You don't have to be cool to rule my world.
Holy shit, we got a little singer on here. If you said, I swear, if you would have said Purple Rain, I'd have been like, this kid's my spirit animal.
I like Purple Rain too. Purple Rain.
So,
Purple Rain.
with liking all this music, do you play music?
No.
Bro, let me tell you something. Get your parents to go buy you a little acoustic guitar. And
I have one. I have a nice one too, but I've never got to play it.
I'm telling you right now, go online and they'll have you playing all those songs you're liking, like Stevie Nicks and all that stuff that you're liking.
The big one I see is Stairway to Heaven.
Well, they'd have you playing that in 6 months.
Yeah.
Literally, because literally there's only 6 chords. And once you figure out how to play the basic chords, right?
Yeah.
The rest of it's easy because there's chords and scales. So like when you hear somebody playing country music and they're strumming, those are chords. When you hear somebody like
music is my thing.
when you hear somebody like Guns N' Roses play Welcome to the Jungle and their guitarist is hitting them crazy riffs, that's scales. You're basically in the same chord.
Oh my God.
You're just moving your fingers around.
When Flash comes, oops, my bad, what's going? Gotta get him up, I'll slow down, I'm sorry, dude. I was not acceptable at all.
Kid, you were born a couple decades too late. You should have been born back in the 80s and 90s if you like music like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, 80s rock, I really like it, but it's not really my, how do you put it? I really particularly like the late 80s, early 90s country music.
Sorry about that, Proud. Brooks and Dunn. There you go.
Yeah. Now, favorite country song ever is Country Boy Can't Survive. Hate music.
Favorite country song?
Country Boy
I got so many of them I really like, but if I had to have, that's a good one. I think mine would have to be. I think mine would have to be an old Shenandoah song called 2 Dozen Roses and a Bottle of Wine. Yep, that's it. Landon, who would have known that we'd had all this entertainment on here tonight, brother? Hell, I'm glad I've got this kid on this stream right now. You know I'm streaming right now, buddy. So, like, all my listeners are finding out who you are. What's your name so I can give you a shout out? What's your handle on here?
Exit World.
What is it?
Exit World.
All right, this is my little buddy Exit World doing, giving us a little entertainment, some country music, singing, Stevie Nicks and all that. So, y'all have fun and enjoy, guys.
I mean, Kenny Rogers, what's the one?
He's good.
I know when to hold 'em.
Uh-oh.
Know when to fold 'em. Know when to walk away. And know when to run.
So you're a big-time country music fan?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about a guy you can listen to. And you're going to love him, especially if you're, like, real close with your dad. So
Yeah.
there's this artist named Steven Wilson Jr. from Indiana. He's just now getting a lot of playtime on the radio. But he was real close with his dad, right? His dad was like a semi-pro boxer, and, it was just him and his dad. But kid was musically trained, but he never really pursued it. Well, when his dad passed, he, went through this, like, bad depression, and he had to figure out something to do because he just, he couldn't. So he sat down and played that guitar, and he ended up writing a 22-song album that are called Songs to Dad. And let me tell you something. He's the rawest, one of the rawest, best guitar pickers I've ever seen. And you can tell he writes his own music too, like. But give him a listen.
Gotta say, what's the other one? Amarillo by Border.
That's a good one.
Amarillo by Border.
Oh, you got an old soul, kid. You listen to stuff like my parents listen to. You sure you're not a 13-year-old? Landon, I think he's an alien. I think he's saying he's 13, but really he's like 70.
Dude, I've been talking this whole time. I've been singing with this kid.
But what I'm saying, this kid shouldn't know all this music like this.
I've been talking back to you guys this whole time. I don't know when I muted my mic, but yeah, no, I've been agreeing with everything you've been saying. The kid has been listening to some great songs. I've been singing along with you, kid. Yeah, so that's funny. My bad.
So what do you? Let me ask you this: what do you think about Luke Combs? You like Luke Combs? Okay. He's all right. I like him. I think his some of his songs are good. Some of them are just But
Oh my God.
Luke Bryan's good. I'm gonna tell you the most talented out of all of them. I just don't think he cares about it like the rest of them do. Like, they're in it for the money. I think he does it to provide for his family. But Chris Stapleton, by far, is the most talented out of everybody in country music right now.
Like, it feels like he just releases a song every 5 years and goes viral.
Well, it's just...
I think Chris Stapleton, I don't even know if he does it for the money. I'm sure this dude.
I think he just likes...
He makes money for
He just likes playing music.
He just likes playing music, yeah.
I think he's like...
I think he goes out there and does it because he enjoys doing it.
Well, and he does it with his wife, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's the coolest thing ever.
Well, another thing, if you've heard him talk and seen him around his family, you realize, like, he's got a super cool heart, you know what I mean? Like, he's just a good dude. And it's almost... and it's almost like he'll go for a while, and then he's just like sitting there thinking, and next thing you know, he writes an album, and the whole album's a banger. You know?
Well, he used to be in, what was his old band? It was like a Steel...
I don't remember.
Or Steel Guitars or Steel something. X-Set, do you remember?
I don't.
But you know what's crazy? Do you know how many people...
He was in a band
Now,
before he was in
Montgomery, I'll
Fun.
tell you a good band. That's Montgomery Gentry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know how many people, though,
my pal.
that don't get breaks because they don't know the right people? Here's a prime example. So Tim McGraw, I don't know if you know the story on him. He had that major hit, Indian Outlaw, and then Don't Take the Girl. Like, that album went like triple platinum, right? One of the best albums ever made. But do you know how many companies passed on him because they said he was too twangy? And the company he's still with to this day said, you know what?
We like that about you.
We watched you do little shows around towns and stuff like that, and we like your stage presence, and we think we can, you know, we can work with it. And he put out that album, and the rest is history. But 4 other places didn't sign him, and now they're looking back like, oh my God, you know what I mean? It happens all the time.
And I'll tell you somebody.
The Steel Driver is what Chris Stapleton was in before
Steel
he was
Driver,
on
okay.
The Steel Drivers. Look them up. They got some good songs too.
And I'll tell you
Chris Stapleton
somebody
was singing.
who has the most hits ever, and you're going to sound like a country casual here, and I love him, it's Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks is good.
Oh, I love a Garth Brooks song.
They said
I
you
saw him at
was
Notre
for
Dame
crazy.
I saw him at Notre
Screaming
Dame
out his name.
on Halloween, like, 8 years ago.
Kid, let me tell you something.
Stadium tour.
When you're talking about music, my playlist goes from Beethoven to Prince to Chris Brown to Chris Stapleton to 30 Seconds to Mars. Like, I listen to everything.
Get that Chris Brown out there. You don't want to sack your wife.
No, that. Well, when you get older, you'll know why I listen to Chris Brown. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
How's it going, old man?
What's up, buddy? Savior,
Hey.
my dog. I was wondering when you was gonna jump in one of my lobbies, bro. I've been missing you.
And I'll be Guns N' Roses.
Oh yeah, Guns N' Roses is fantastic. I don't know. I told him whoever wins the race gets to pick the track. So
Oh, you should have said something out of freaking said a whole lot different.
Right side. Clear.
So whatever this is,
Clear right.
I don't know what this
That's
is.
fine,
I'll
but
do
only one road course in a row. How about that? You can't just camp road courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Because I think I'm supposed to talk to this one.
I have no idea.
I don't really see it on the collar.
I don't have a setup for this one.
I don't think I know what the hell's wrong.
This was my cup of tea right here. I love the road course.
Right side.
Oh shoot.
Clear right.
Huh?
Left side.
That was
Yeah.
where the fucking road went.
Right. Oh, come on, Wayne.
Camp on
Every
here.
Sunday road, every light is bright. Stop, and so goes on. On sleepless nights.
Thank you.
And the so goes on, out of control.
We got a penalty.
Keep
Stay
it
inside the track with the
Oh
clear.
yeah, just freaking cooked it,
The
bro.
Thunder Road.
Just cooked that corner.
I know. I keep forgetting you can't cut these things.
I
Yeah,
got
I think
one.
I jumped the corner and I landed on Amstorm.
I got one person that's close to me and I pulled away from him.
Yeah, I literally jumped the corner. I like ramped it. It was insane.
Dude, how did I jump that corner? All I did was come from the curve.
Which they did not be happy with me. The I was like, really something here playing video games. Who cares?
It strengthens your wrist. It's just what the doctor ordered.
When you're old enough for it to affect you, we'll be able to grow arms in a lab and just put it on.
We'll be able to grow people in a lab. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Just clone yourself a few
They're
times.
talking about tonight how Elon Musk get ready to become a trillionaire on the SpaceX crap.
Yeah, but he's a weirdo. I don't care what he does. I hope he stays up in
You see what
space.
they do with the artificial eggs? They grew a chicken without a
Oh shit!
They,
egg.
they did it with the sheep too.
Keep it on the track now.
AKA
Yeah,
a
now
liberal.
they're talking about like they'll be able to bring back like extinct birds now. Like we're gonna straight up live in a fucking Jurassic Park timeline.
Probably.
I don't like that. First off.
Well, they're already trying to bring back the woolly mammoth.
It's
As
gonna be
long
fucking
as they
awesome.
actually, as long as they have weapons that can kill these things one shot, and people know how to use the weapons.
Yeah,
Oh,
fucking
we
elephant
do.
gun, my boy.
You don't think that the government has a gun that could kill a dinosaur in one shot? Dude, they have a gun that could kill the entire country in one shot. What are you talking about?
Well, they got those
Yeah.
aircraft carriers that with the like the laser fucking beams on them or whatever.
Yeah.
Guarantee you one of them motherfuckers fucking do it.
Somebody will do something.
Taking the missile too from the fucking.
Take a missile, shoot a missile right.
Dude, I don't care what movies you've seen, but an RPG is gonna blow the fuck up out of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
This is true. This is true. Like, it ain't just gonna fucking bounce off.
They're pretty strict on track limits here. Keep it on the track. White flag right here. Stick to the defined racing surface. You broke track
Yeah,
limits
this is
there.
not my favorite racetrack. I'm going to throw that out there. I hope we never come back here.
We're out front, driver. Amazing win. Great work out there, driver.
How the hell did I win the race?
Meow. Meow.
What's up?
So,
10 away.
what's up, man?
There's the green flag.
Oh, Christ.
One high. Still there. Car low. Clear low. Clear outside. One high.
94, hold the line, dude.
3 wide. Clear high if you want it. They're all clear. One at the bottom. Clear inside. Clear high if you want it. Outside. Clear outside. 3 wide. 4 wide. 3 wide. 4 wide. 3 wide. 1 bottom.
94, one lane, ticket.
5 to go now. Clear all around.
Not this one, asshole. This is mine.
Car outside. Car low.
Oh, shit.
3 wide.
That's my bad. I tried backing out.
All clear. 1 outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear high. 1 up high. Clear high if you want it. One high. Clear high. Outside. Clear outside. 1 outside. Clear high if you want it. Inside now. Inside. Car low. 3 wide. Clear low. Car low. You're all clear.
Thanks for the bump.
Bottom. 3 wide. Outside. Clear outside. Inside door. Inside now. 3 wide. Car low. 3 wide. 1 bottom. 1 low. Stay high. 3 wide. 1 low. 3 wide. 3 wide. 2 to go now. Clear up top. 1 on the bottom. Clear, all clear. One low. Inside now. Clear low. 1 high. Clear outside. Outside. Clear high. Inside now. Clear.
Okay, old man. Here you go while you're clearing yourself.
Do what now?
White flag here.
What is it, bud?
Try to make sure you're clear before coming down on people.
I didn't. You know what? I rolled out and let you go. I didn't wreck you. It wasn't on purpose. As soon as I realized it, I backed off and let you go. I didn't do it intentionally. I wouldn't wreck nobody intentionally. Matter of fact, I raced up top and think I raced everybody pretty clean so far.
Outside. Or outside. Top 5, great job.
Good race, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to come down on you. Honest to goodness, I thought I was clear and I wasn't. Not my bad.
I think you probably got the worst end of the stick of it. You're right. Yeah, good race.
Yes, y'all really ready?
What is it, bud?
Do, do, do.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Lock and ready.
This ain't my better track. I'm pretty sure one or two of y'all have a setup that'll haul the mail on this one. Mine can maintain, but I don't see me even being in the top 4 in this one.
Be ready.
Do, 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 do. Okay.
Green, green, green. Car outside. Car inside. Clear bottom. Clear up top. One outside. Clear low.
Dude, you took me out for what?
Outside. 3 wide. 4 wide. Clear high if you want it. Clear all clear. Car high.
Sorry.
Clear outside.
Fucking loose, man.
Oh gosh.
Ran up by myself.
Sorry about that, Slayer. You were ghosted, then all of a sudden you were in the middle of the track again. And I hit you dead on. I'm sorry about that. Well, I had a head full of steam, and I was like, "There's a car ghosted," and then all of a sudden, right when I got to you, your car came back to life. I was like, "He's alive." I can still see the leaders, though. I didn't. No harm. I think out of all the, 1.5 mile ovals, oh my gosh. I think
Really got to keep your momentum up here.
I think this is one of the harder ones.
Outside door. Clear outside.
My bad, got too loose. too fast.
Hey, it happens. I've literally slid around this whole curve sideways before. Like, I've drifted these curves before. Not on purpose either. You're
You just start finish quicker than that.
Fastest lap yet, driver.
like, whatever points I got in that last race, I just lost in this one, huh? I like racing different tracks, though. Like, don't get me wrong, I love racing Talladega. It's just fast and it's competitive and anybody can win, but after you race it 5 or 6 times in a row, it's like, okay. Where do they race this weekend? Is it Charlotte? And in the Indy 500 this weekend, too?
Yeah. Close full of 600 too. I think also.
Well, usually my birthday's like on the 30th on Memorial Day weekend. I know they all usually follow that day. But I was curious if it was Charlotte because last week was the All-Star race for NASCAR, right? I remember when Charlotte was the All-Star race. And it usually happened this time of year. That's why I wasn't sure if they're racing Charlotte. Who do you think's going to win there? Well, I'm a 54 fan, just because I've always liked JGR because I've always been a diehard Stewart fan. But the reason I ask is I play FanDuel a lot and fantasy sports and stuff, and I got like a $9 entry fee because I won like $40 in the last race over the weekend, and then the All-Star race. But I also want every great now and then you can enter these satellite races, and if you finish in the top 2 or 3, you get like a $9 entry fee to like a maybe $100,000 payout. And even if you don't win it, you still win sometimes triple your money back. So you guys follow racing just as much as I do. If you had to pick 5 racers for Charlotte, who would you pick? Denny. Because they race the High Line there, right?
Yeah, they do.
So definitely Reddick for that one. Oh, Watkins Glen, nice.
Me, just Chase Elliott.
Oh, Chase Elliott's always good at those tracks. So, but here's the thing: the better they are, the more pricey they are. So you have to pick dark horses. So if you had some dark horses that don't win races, maybe like a Daniel Suarez.
Busher,
What about Connor Zilisch, the way he's been racing the last few races? Would you?
Zilisch would be a good one.
I mean, because he's the last 2 or 3 races, I don't know what got into him, but it's like he's come to life, and
I'd wait till they practice and qualify.
well, you know what? I do that a lot of times, and a lot of times those guys that qualify, unless it's like Denny or the ones that are always winning races, like Hocevar qualified after he won that race for Texas. I'm like, well, gosh, he's fixing to go on a roll. And he didn't do bad in that race, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Blaney is good at Charlotte, too.
Blaney's good at everywhere. I'm telling you right now, if he had a pit crew that wouldn't keep fucking him over, he'd have done one like 6 races this year.
Hopefully somebody in the top 16 wins. It's not another one like a Bell or...
He's a hell of a racer. He just has some bad luck, ain't he?
Yeah.
Sorry about that point.
As much as I hate to say it, I'd like to see Bubba Wallace run again. He's not a bad racer. He just, I don't know. It's just like he can't seal. Outside the Brickyard, he just can't seal the deal. He just hadn't been able to.
He should have won in Atlanta and Daytona.
Respect the track limits, buddy.
Sorry about that, 18.
Left side.
Coming there too hot. Um,
Yeah.
shit, forgot what I was thinking. That damn marijuana pen. Um,
I know I'm gonna come off the track.
what about like a Riley Hurst, Michael McDowell, or you know, maybe even a John Hunter Nemechek? Any of them would they be worth? Because you're gonna have to get at least one cheap guy to get the guys you want.
Before I take the
Damn. I was not trying to cut the corner. Damn.
Reese has been doing really good lately too.
I might use Keselowski.
I play him a lot on the fantasy.
I might use Keselowski because he's been pretty cheap lately. And one thing about them,
Yeah, Keselowski is nice.
they don't qualify great, but they're always at him, Busher. They're always there at the end of the races. And
The thing is like the top 15s to like top 10, top 8s, those are good points.
yeah. Well, and here's another thing. Ford does good at the mile and a halfs. It's the road courses and its places they're lacking that. They're not having trouble finding speed.
Yeah.
They're having trouble. Oh yeah, definitely. The only thing that's bothered me with him is he's so fast this year, but his car falls off. So if they have a long run,
His points in Charlotte are, I mean, they're pretty good as far as the stats are usually really good in Charlotte. So if it was me, if I was one, he would definitely.
oh, I always pick Chastain just because
Yeah.
there's certain guys that will wreck somebody to win, and he's one of them. So I always have him in one, and I'll make 2 or 3 other lineups to go along with that one.
And to be honest with you, I don't think anybody said him for Carson Hosford.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's honestly good. That's a good pick for sure because he'll probably be cheap too.
Well, he's my dark horse for something like that, anyways.
Yeah, he did good at Charlotte he had a stretch last year where it was like Michigan, Charlotte.
Oh, he does good at the mile and a half. He's still learning. Let me tell you something. If he gets in that Bowman car like everybody's saying, he'll win 3 or 4 races next year.
It's gonna be Zillits or.
You think Zillits is
God, I
gonna?
hate this. Well, shit. Now that I mean, bless his soul, but who's gonna go in the 8 car now? It's probably gonna be like Jesse Love or somebody.
I don't know.
Love for Justice.
They may bring somebody up from the younger, you know, like let's see. Well, I mean they bring, yeah, Corey Day, Brent,
Allgaier full ride.
yeah,
Corey Day or-
and Allgaier deserves it.
in the 48. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, Allgaier's paid his dues. How many races does he have to win in that Xfinity series to get brought up?
What fucking? How many points is he leading by now?
Well, I mean, he's better than Cole Custer, and Cole Custer's always in the ride.
Yeah, I think if they put anybody in the 8, the top 2 would probably be Allgaier.
It should be Allgaier, or
I mean, just by if you look at the win totals,
oh, and
it'd be stupid not to.
well, I mean, you would have to put it would have to come down to him, Timmy Hill, or maybe that gosh, I can't think of his name.
Alfredo.
Not Alfredo. Oh gosh. Well, no, because Zane Smith races in NASCAR, so.
Oh yeah.
But it would have to come down to like one of they're like the. I'll tell you who's really good, but I don't think.
I feel like it's gonna be Jesse Love. Jesse Love is.
I'll
he
tell
won
you.
The championship last year.
I'll tell you who has Jeff Gordon like potential is going to shock the world. Probably better than he's probably better than Connor Zilic, and younger. But Hendricks ain't going to let him go to nowhere. They're going to groom him to take one of them cars over. Is that I think it's Brent Cruz. He's like 18 years old. He won his first race like 3. That little
I thought
fucker.
you were gonna say Corey Haim.
No, that little fucker. Let me tell you something. He's young and raw, but if you give him a car that's halfway decent, he's coming to the front. I think he rides the number 18. He's either the number.
No, but did he like? Did he race late models or like?
I don't know. I just started watching him, but I'm telling you, I won $45 on him about 2 weeks ago on 10 cent.
Clear high. Car outside. 4 wide.
Ooh, my car's a little squirrely.
Clear high.
I mean, Rajah's a pretty good runner, too.
Who?
Rajah Caruth.
Yeah.
1 outside. You're all clear. Car outside.
But I think there's people in NASCAR, take somebody like a David Gilliland that's not a bad race car driver, put him in that car and let him see what he can do. Think of some of them ones that are like, even Noah Gregson. Which Noah Gregson's in pretty good equipment. So,
Like, with the A-car, RCR, just, car setup just isn't the greatest right now. It's like they're
which is
figured it out.
what's crazy, and it's crazy because they still have ties to Dale Jr. Racing, like with the motors and stuff like that. And you look how they're dominating the Xfinity series, but they're not making no headway with their NASCAR program.
Outside now. Clear high.
Well, I mean, let's be real. I'm not against Ty Dillon, but he's only good at what he's good at. They need a car. They need somebody like a Denny Hamlin, or somebody that knows how to race every race. Like Ricky Stenhouse. I love him, but he's a one-trick pony. He's only really good at restrictor plate races. To where Denny Hamlin, he don't do good at all road courses. But every other race you got, even the mile and a half ovals, like you can't bet against him.
I mean, they go for it.
Right.
I mean,
And how many times he won Martinsville?
exactly.
You know who's really surprising me this year, and I don't know if it's their equipment or if just Kyle Larson's head's not in it or what. But even Hendricks as a whole, outside of Chase Elliott, well, I mean, as a whole, outside of Chase Elliott and his couple wins, it's like they're just off on their setups. They're off on their speed. They can't compete with Ford and Toyota right now.
That's the thing with those next gen cars. Like, one year they'll be outstanding, like Kyle Larson, take him for instance.
Is that package?
Yeah. I mean, they'll be real, like last year, Kyle Larson was,
Well, and they did change the horsepower and tires.
yeah,
Oh,
that's another tweak that they gotta get over.
well, and Toyota got to do a lot of the setup and testing for all that too. That these other races didn't. So I think they'll figure it out. But just the fact that William Byron doesn't have 2 or 3 wins already, Kyle Larson don't have 2 or 3 wins already. It's just blowing my mind.
But I mean, like Chase Elliott, he's my guy, so
And you know what?
getting those wins early, that's pretty good.
That's-
Really beat more of the late season.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he's doing that now, imagine what he's going to be like in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you know what I like about Chase Elliott is he's kind of like Ryan Blaney. They're laid-back dudes. They like to fish. They're just country boys. They stay out of the headlines. They don't start fights. They don't wreck people on purpose. You give them a good car, they come to the front, race clean. And on top of that, there's somebody you'd like to have a beer with and smoke a joint with afterwards.
Yeah.
And on
They're not gonna try to make a car that's like a top 15 car.
a number 2 car, no.
Try to race that.
They're just gonna do what it is, right? They're gonna take their lickings, but then you give them a car like Ryan Blaney, You give him a car that's on rails, and he'll lap the field. The same thing with Chase Elliott. Like Chase Elliott's car, when wasn't it Atlanta or something he won a few weeks ago?
Brian Blaney is so good in the long run.
Because he sets his car up loose, and to where it comes in so late. Same thing with Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
But Ryan Blaney is probably, I've heard this from even Kevin Harvick and all that on my podcast. They say that he's the best in the garage when it comes to driving a race car loose. Like the best.
Kansas.
I'm going to actually sit out this one and take a.
I believe it. Bro, did you see the line he was taking in Bristol?
Who?
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, ass in the bottom. Like, he's glued.
But, okay. Let's see. I'm fixing to make a few lineups after this race because I got to get up and cook for my wife before she gets off. But, I'm trying to think. So, everybody give me a dark horse. So I have somebody to pick from. Priest. I know one of y'all said Hosenbara. Larson. Well, he's not a dark horse. He's going to be it. Cody Ware. Okay, I like that one.
Yeah, Cody Ware would be a pretty good one.
And he's cheap. That would allow me to get Hamlin and Larson or one of them.
I would definitely Hamlin and possibly Reddick if you can get it.
Oh, I'm going to make 2 or 3 different ones. You can bet Brett.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, this ain't Talladega. He did look good at Talladega, though.
What? Wait, there's 40 cars in the field, though, right? Who's all running? I know they got the 66. They got Josh Blake ready now.
I don't know. I'll,
The league racing
Green
Sunday?
flag. Far side.
I know there's still like 40 cars.
One on the bottom. All clear. Clear.
Oh, God.
Inside now.
wow. That got crazy real quick, like.
It's okay. I'm about to bang this Sunday anyway.
That was like so quick.
Marlowe. 3 wide.
Oh, I'm there.
Clear inside.
What about the guy that runs the Wood Brothers car, number 21? I can't think of his name. Would you go with him on that track or not?
Charlotte might not be too bad. I don't know. Other than the short track, like the flat short tracks, like Penske is like with their setup. So I feel like
Nothing right. Denny
unless
Hamlin
it's like a
might win.
speedway,
Denny Hamlin might win this week. I'm being
it's
wrong.
like they kill in Atlanta. Like Penske, like Joey Logano and Austin Cindric.
I think you're going to have to beat Tyler Reddick after what I seen last week. And that's the track where they run the high line kind of like they do at Homestead. Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, Kyle Reddick is Tyler Reddick by far is the best right now riding the high line.
Well, I would look at that.
Larson's a little bit better than him.
There's like a Twitter account that posts like it's like iFantasy race.
Oh, I can Google it. I can literally go to Google and ask who's got the best, what low budget race team has the best finishes at Charlotte over the last 5 years.
Larson's one of them.
Plug it in your check. You can see.
And there's also like stats with like the driver metric and
You know what kills me is some of these.
the wall is going so fast. So there's no damage.
No, there's no damage. I got it on no damage. I didn't know where all we were going to be racing that.
Like, staying tight.
I've been practicing.
One outside.
Fuck, bro.
He's like, I work out.
Dude,
I work
this is
out.
for a loop at
5 to go.
St. Louis. Oh my god. Hit the wall.
Outside now. Clear
I
high if you
just
want
tried
it.
that.
I'll probably just go with Jerry Nadeau. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, Captain Mike.
One inside.
Put the house on it. Put the house on it, bro.
Put the house.
One bottom.
They're gonna top 15 in the 500.
Damn, this guy's running all over the place, wrecking, and still first place.
Still getting knocked out.
Familiar first was getting familiar with that wall and still fucking running. He lapped me, dude. All right, guys, that's been fun. I'll probably be back on around 11 or something after she gets home. We eat and smoke and chill out for a little bit. But if I see some of y'all in here, I'll start a lobby. And like I said, we race wherever y'all want to race. And I won't be streaming then. We can cuss, talk about whatever the fuck we want to.